Whoa, 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 buddy. Come on. Put you there to keep the phone up. The sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow. Melt away the worry and the sorrow till there's none. Do you just use water to slick back your hair? Yeah. I just got out of the shower 5 minutes ago. So, brush through the hair after I get out of the shower. Look like an Irish gangster? Cool. What do you think prison should be like? I think prison. I think prison should be removal from society. So I'm fine with it being a place where you go where you can't leave. But on the inside of the prison, it should not be a torture factory. You're not sentenced to 10 years of torture. You're sentenced to 10 years of imprisonment. And solitary confinement is torture. Overcrowded confinement is torture. Confinement inside of a building without any access to the outside ever is torture. So until the United States starts sentencing people to torture, then I feel like they have an impetus to make their jails better. So the Scandinavian system of jailing is much more centered on the rehabilitation and reintegration of people who are in the system back into society. I think that our prisons should be like that. I also think that our laws that send people to prison need to be completely re-examined and reworked. People on petty drug charges should never go to jail, ever. Under any circumstances, for petty possession of a drug for personal use, should never ever even see the inside of a prison ever. And if you got rid of those people out of the prison system, then all of these prisons wouldn't be overcrowded anymore. There are some people who should never go back into society. You're absolutely right. And those people should not be tortured for the rest of their lives either. How hot is it here? Not super hot, actually. There's a storm blowing in. So there's a cool breeze and of the ominous distant rumbling of thunder, a worryingly dark sky. I'll probably have to move inside within the next 5 or 10 minutes, maybe even earlier, because it's the way it happens around here. Around these parts here. Round these parts here, you never do know when the sky is gonna open up and dump 100 gallons of water on your fucking head. Welcome to Louisiana. What time is it here? I fuck if I know. I'd have to interrupt the stream to check the time, so I don't know. I think it's around like 2:30 or something. Have any interesting dreams lately? Actually, last night I had no dreams whatsoever. I had one of those black, dreamless, death-like sleeps, and it was actually kind of nice. Oh, did you paint your house yellow? Or did it come that way? Yeah, we repainted it. We all decided on canary piss yellow. No, this is a rental. Whoever owns this house thought it looked good as a yellow house. Is war necessary? Oh my god, dude. Let my tools get caught in the shot here. I need to remember to put away my duct tape. Oops. Oh, that's enough of that. I'm not John X. I could never hurt a fly. Do you play some games that require you to have paper nearby to write stuff on? For example, submarine games where you need to do math. I've played fuck, Silent Hunter, Wolves of the Pacific, and Silent Hunter. I played 3 and 4, whichever ones those are. I think 4 is Wolves of the Pacific, and 3 is the one where you get to play a German sub. I was never very good at them, but I liked them a lot. Yeah, with those you have to have like a little scratch pad to write down like coordinates and stuff. Like you got to be able to reference stuff real quick. But I was real bad at it. I always felt really accomplished when I was able to sink like a ship. You know, because doing, especially if you played it right, like I installed some mods and stuff, and I took it down to a more realistic difficulty. So like, no, not down. I put it up to a more realistic difficulty because I guess standard. A lot of the dudes that are on your submarine do all the calculations for the firing of the torpedoes for you, and you just have to tell them fire on that torpedo, and they try, you know. But if you turn those things off, then you have to do all the calculations for the torpedoes, and it actually feels way more accomplished to sink a boat. What? What? I've never played Bridge Commander, no. Moppy Puppy, you piece of shit. Why are you named Moppy Poppy in TJ's channel, by the way? Not that you can answer with anything other than a fat joke, but apparently in TJ's channel you're Moppy Poppy, and in my channel you're Moppy Puppy. So I've actually had the HTC Vive. Fraxkull got it for me for my birthday, I think, last year. So when we were still in Washington. Um, I've just never had a place where I could plug it in. Like my my apartment in Washington was just way too small. I mean, Ashley and I both had our computers out in the living room, and then we got a couch and a fucking TV. There's just no room to put all these things. And then since I've been here, it's been so crazy busy. The false move and all the craziness. I just haven't hooked it up. But I got the 2 little tripods for the sensors for the Vive. I guess there's 2 little black sensors that you have to point at you so it knows where your head is relative to the room. So I got 2 little tripods built for those that I can put in front of my desk. And then I got a nice USB 3.0 hub so that I can plug in all the extra peripherals that I'm going to need for it. So I'm actually thinking about getting all that hooked up today. Probably later today when I'm done writing and stuff. Probably gonna die before I'm 20. Cool. Lucky person. What's your favorite thing to do outside on a beautiful day, Paul? Mm, I don't know, man. I like people watching. That's a fun thing to do. Go away, son. Um, that's like a really fun pastime. I like going to a public place with a nice view and just kind of watching the people that come and go. Nuke the sun, nuke the sun. Do you like beta or VHS better? Betamax had a clearer picture. Like that was the thing about Betamax. It was better than VHS in terms of picture quality. VHS just caught the market better. But my stepdad had a Betamax player with a few Betamax movies on it, and this was years after you couldn't even get Betamax anymore. He brought it out, popped one in, and it was almost DVD quality. It's like pretty awesome. VHS is just like, I don't know if any of you have even looked at a VHS movie. You've probably seen rips from VHS movies, so you get an idea how fucked up VHS tapes could get. But Betamax tapes were not like that. I know you're not all children, but most of you guys are fucking in your 20s, you know? Most of the people that watch me are not my age. 38 fucking years old, man. I remember before VHS. Okay? Yeah, let's get an idea. Everybody list your ages. I'm looking forward to the troll ones where like they're like 99, 6. So, yeah, 20, 36, almost 37. Come on, let's get the ages going here. 23, 19, 30, 19, 40. I don't know if that's true. 21, 32, 32, 30, 20, 23, 13, 13, 29. Okay. See? We got a lot of 20s going on. Oh, dude, Zagnut, you're 39? Damn. There's a lot of trolls going on in here. A lot of trolls. There ain't no 40-year-olds in here. There ain't no 74-year-olds in here. Faux show. So see? 20-year-olds. I got 10 years on most of you. At least 20 on some of you. Just gonna have to, I don't know, just gonna have to deal with that. Can you give me some advice to help out? No, dude, I don't give advice to. I mean, like, look, you want advice on something specific, ask me. But I don't give general life advice to 20-year-olds. That's a good way to get the people to hate you because they take your advice and it doesn't work for them. You know, fuck that shit. I'll give you specific advice on specific things, but I'm not giving you. I don't do that like fucking. Here's some general advice for 20-year-olds. That shit's useless. What did you use before VHS beta? You just didn't watch movies at your house. Like, my dad had a reel to reel. You could get movies reel to reel projector. My dad had some home movies on an old reel to reel, but you know, you just watch TV. Yeah, talking like a Super 8 reel to reel. Do you remember life before internet? Yeah, I was 12 years old or 11 years old when the internet became a commercially available, widespread thing. So my life from 1980 through like 1992, 93 was internet free. Have you heard of Earth Now, a company that's going to live stream every corner of the planet using new satellites funded by Bill Gates? Uh, I don't know how that's going to work. Like, how's he going to. I guess if you're high up enough, you can take a big enough, high res enough picture of what's going on the Earth. But I mean, how much detail is that going to give people? You know? That's the question I have. I haven't really heard of the program. It sounds kind of nice, honestly. It sounds kind of interesting. But I'm assuming that, like, people are freaking out because of the possible privacy implications in that. I mean, I just don't even know how close are you going to be able to see? It's full resolution, live stream. Right, right. But I'm just saying, like, what can you see? Like, what resolution are we talking about here? Like, can you see somebody walking down the street? Can you tell who that person walking down the street is? I'm guessing the answer to that is probably no. Um, you'll probably be able to get, I don't know, an idea of like traffic moving maybe from up there, but I don't think you're going to be able to see anything that would be like a total privacy violation. I mean, I guess where you're traveling would be visible if you take a car. I just don't know, man. Like, I don't know what kind of fucking resolution. Even with this, flat earthers are going to say it's fake. Of course they are. Of course they are. So many flat earthers are just trolling. Like, I really genuinely believe that the flat earth movement is made up of probably like over 50% trolls. I saw something last night, actually. I was just like flipping through Reddit or some shit, and I saw a video of three dudes that went on some British talk show to talk about the flat earth. And the arguments that they made were just so fucking retarded. Like the guy said, all right, well, I tell you what, show me a picture from space of planes flying upside down. In the southern hemisphere of the globe, and I'll believe you that the Earth is round. Then, and the host was like, "What? Show you some satellite pictures of planes flying upside down on the southern hemisphere of the globe? There is no upside down. You know what gravity is?" But as I was watching those dudes, I was like, "There is absolutely no way that these dudes are caught up in this. They're just trolling." They're just going on this show to make a mockery of themselves to troll the fucking hosts and the people watching it. And I genuinely believe that's true. Maybe not all these flat Earth people are trolls, but I think most of them are not true believers. I think a lot of it is just people wanting attention. And a lot of people realize that if you're not talented, you're not willing to cultivate a talent, if you're not naturally inclined towards being socially mobile, then really all you can do is troll. All you can do is look really stupid and get a reaction that way. Negative reaction is better than no reaction to some people, and it's a lot easier to go on a show pretending that you believe in a flat earth and run a fucking website where the whole point is you pretend you believe in a flat earth. It's a lot easier to get that kind of negative attention than it is to get the positive attention for cultivating a talent of yours or learning how to be more social with people. Flat Earth theory is scary. No, it isn't. Sorry, I had to okie blow, and I didn't want you guys to have to see such a horrible, horrible sight. You guys are lucky. You guys are lucky I'm not, some people would have just okie blowed right in front of you. But Paul's ego does it off camera. I mean, hey, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Yeah, you had to listen to it. Okay, fine. We call that a farmer blow. We call that an okie blow. There's no man who goes to the gym who has Jesus saves and flat earth painted on his windows and wears a flat earth tank top and hat. Probably a troll. Shut up, moppy puppy. One flat earther, the answer to most of my question was the government makes the camera lenses. Okay. So that's why the cameras can detect curvature of the earth and stuff. And then he goes, oh, yeah, well, the government made that lens so that it just looks that way. Well, one of the dudes was talking about on that interview I was talking about where the guys were on some British talk show. The host was saying, I was lucky enough when they were in commission to go on the Concorde. And the Concorde is over 60,000 feet in the air, and you can actually see the curvature of the earth from the window of the Concorde. And the guy said, well, what was the shape of the window you were looking out of? And he was like, it's an airplane window. It was an oval. He goes, see, the oval window with that thick glass created a lens that caused an artificial bending effect at the horizon that you interpreted as the curvature of the earth, but really was just an optical illusion created by the window you were looking through. And I was like, he's trolling. He's trolling. There's no way he's not trolling. No way. Did I sleep well? Yes. I slept the sleep of the dead, dude. I milled around after I did after I did a quick like Highdeology last night where I made a couple of hot dogs and stuffed my face with them. And as soon as that was over, I just like shuffled upstairs like a zombie and fell into bed, and uh, that was it, man. I were out. Love a hot dog right now. Come on over, Marshall. I'll make you one. I got all the fixins, dude. I got some good ballpark beef franks. I got a little Foreman grill that does them just right. Nice and crispy all the way around. Huh? 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 Like that crisp, crackly skin. The nice, hot, juicy meat interior. I'm telling you, man. Come on by. What can I do to develop a gift of gab like you have? As a person who has no such gift, I envy your social skills. I mean, you never get like the answer to getting good at anything is practice. The reason I'm good at doing this is like social skill wise, and I have that kind of facilities because I've been doing it since I was like 3 years old. I've been wandering around talking to people and learning how to have a conversation with people since I was 3 years old. So that's a lot of practice. So that's the answer. You know, you're never going to get better at something if you never do something. Like nobody ever got to be good at the piano by being too afraid to play the piano to practice the piano. If you want to get better at social shit, you got to go put yourself in social situations and you got to practice it and you got to hone your skills. Man, that thunder. Mm. Don't worry, dude. Moppy Puppy. I think Moppy Puppy has a shred of honor in him, and I think if I ever come before Moppy Puppy and I'm not fat, I think he'll respect that and he'll probably insult something else about me. I just got a feeling about Moppy Puppy. What was what? Talking about the noise? It's thunder. Moppy Puppy would only enjoy. Yep, yep. He would just like it, and he'd be back as Muppy Poppy. He doesn't give a fuck. You think Moppy Puppy's like 700 pounds? It could be. It could be. Could be my dad too. Oh, I am fat right now. I appreciate the attempt, Wendy, but I'm fat right now. But I hope to get not fat so that Moppy Puppy has to be an asshole then. Then he has to be a jerk that's not telling the truth. Flat earthers can't afford expensive telescopes and satellites like the experts can, so it's no wonder they're so confident in their ignorance. That's the funny thing though, is like a lot of these dudes like work jobs where like it doesn't cost altogether too much money to go up in one of those parabolic jets or whatever the fuck it is that you know what I mean? They do the big the zero gravity shit where they go really super high and then they allow themselves to kind of free fall for a little while so you get the feeling of weightlessness and shit. You can buy those fucking things. And those jets have windows on them and they go high enough to where you could see the curvature of the earth out of them. You know what I mean? Dude, seriously, canary yellow is great on buses and women's dresses and roses. Are you fucking shitting on me for the house? I didn't paint it. I didn't pick the color. Jesus fuck, man. Remember that woman who went, I've done my research. I've walked down the whole beach and it didn't seem curved to me. Yeah. It's like You don't understand how big the Earth is, do you? Like, you think everything should have a curve to it. It just doesn't work that way. The Earth is big enough to where locally it's not sloping away to the distance perceptibly. It's just fucking so stupid. These people are, I don't know. That's why I think they're trolling, honestly. That's why I think a good portion of them are straight out trolling. Are flat earthers serious? That's kind of what we're talking about. I tend to think that a good portion of the flat earth society nonsense is just people trolling. What color would I choose for this house? Um, I don't know. I like brick for houses. So, if I was building a house here, I'd probably do a brick house. I like brick. I think brick looks cool for houses. Failing that, I don't know. Colors, gray maybe. Something not obtrusive. I'm gonna huff and puff and blow your house down, Porl. Oh no. Man, the sun is just driving me nuts. There's not even a lot of it. It's just like a little shaft of it here and there will come through the clouds and just like land right on my phone so I can't see shit. Any bugs and bitey things? Not today, man. I don't even see them like around in the air. I think we might have killed off some of our local colony of mosquitoes because I just don't see anywhere near as many of them as there were out here at the beginning of summer. In fact, I don't see any of them. Um, the instructions that came with this light said that if you've got a small backyard or small area that you're trying to clear of mosquitoes, that this light over the course of a few days to a couple of weeks can just totally decimate the numbers of any local mosquito colonies. So I tend to agree that that may be what has happened here because we haven't had a termite swarm. I mean, the termites might be done. They only come out for a certain amount of time in the summer, but the mosquitoes, this place should be swarming with them right now, and it's not. So thank you, mosquito zapper. Hey, buddy, what are you doing? What you got there? Oh, you want to play a fetch? Okay, we'll play a fetch with you. Go get it. Doog. The Doog. Let's have a mosquito genocide. Come on, man, that was really slow. Why was that so slow? You gotta bring me it. You want to do a fetch? Is it a dinosaur? Is dinosaur. See? He wants to play a fetch. Want to play fetch? Go. Dinosaur enjoys a fetch. Come on. Bring it. Go get it. Oh, it landed in the juice? Gross. That's what you get, Paul's ego, for throwing that thing behind you. That's what you get. Gross. We'll throw it out in the yard from now on. How's that? I'll throw it over there so it doesn't accidentally land in the pool of grossness. Whoa. Please don't eat the dog, Paul. Don't eat the dog. The fridge is too far away, man. I'm too hungry. I'm gonna eat them. Paul, now do you feel? What? What are you talking about, man? Ba-doom, doom, doom, doom. Dinor, where'd you ball go? You wanna play a fetch no more? Okay. Recovering from the stream, yeah. I feel 100% now. I got a good I got a good night's rest, so Metroid Prime 4 when? I don't fucking know. Why are you asking me? I look like Nintendo? Yeesh. Yeesh, boy. Okay, that's better. Now I can actually read what's going on here. When will you get started on the Moppy Puppy Challenge? That's Wednesday. So next Wednesday is the first day. I'm not revealing the specifics of my diet and exercise plan because the last time I did that, it was really frustrating to constantly hear from people how what I was doing wasn't going to work while it was working. So I will not be revealing what I'm eating, how much I'm eating. I will not be revealing what I'm doing for exercise because as much as I would like to do that, once again, I'm going to save myself the constant fucking you're doing the wrong thing. You're actually damaging yourself. You're fucking it's just like as I'm losing weight. So is it different for yes, because I don't have access to a gym here that's as easy. Like when I was going to the gym for the DP weight loss challenge, that gym was in the building I lived in. It was part of my rent that I had access to this big gym 24 hours a day. So working out for me was as simple as leaving my apartment and going up an elevator to the gym. Now, not only do I only have one car, which Ashley uses every day to get back and forth to work, which makes it kind of hard for me to get back and forth to the gym when I need to. But I'm way busier now. So I've got way more on my plate now than I did back then. And it's just, so I'm going to have to do some workout stuff here. And the workouts that I'll be doing here will be fine. They'll help and I'll lose weight. I just won't have to listen to the millions of personal trainers out there, amateur personal trainers, to tell me fucking what I'm doing wrong and how I'm never going to lose weight as the pounds keep coming off. It's really hard. Like, I like the idea of doing these weight loss challenges where I involve the people that watch me in them, but if you're going to do that, it can get really discouraging if you reveal too much information. So I'm going to reveal none other than what my weight is and how much I've lost and all that shit. My goal weight is 180 to 200 pounds. That's the weight that I've been told by every doctor that I've ever gone to see about my fucking weight problem, or even ones that I don't go to see about weight. They still give you that same shit. You should be at about 180 to 200 pounds, somewhere in there. How tall am I? I'm 6'1". Yeah, I could cut off a couple of limbs. I have in and out once a week, and that keeps my weight stabilized. Okay. The same height, and yeah, 180 to 200. Well, I figure it is because it's the figure I've gotten, like I said, from every fucking doctor I've ever talked to. So, Unreasonable Husky, I actually don't know what I am now. I haven't weighed myself in over 6 months. I'm guessing I'm around 280, maybe even a little above 280, 285, 290. I wouldn't be surprised. I know for a fact I'm not over 300 because I just know what that looks like on my body and I know what it feels like. I've never dipped back over 300 since I did the weight loss challenge in Washington, but I have gained quite a bit of that weight back. I'm not looking to get swole. I mean, I might, start doing a little bit of lifting here and there as I lose weight so that I can, you know, tone up a little bit. But right now, it's just about dropping the pounds. I just want to feel healthier. I just want to be more mobile. I want my back to hurt less. I mean, just the general shit. Average weight varies from the height. 6 feet is about 180 to 200, and I think 5'5" or 5'8" something is like 160. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, there's just less of you if you're not as tall, so you got to account for more body mass. We're about the same height and weight, but you look larger. No offense. I'm guessing the camera. I mean, maybe I am. Like I said, I haven't weighed myself in 6 months, so it's totally possible I'm over 300 pounds. Um, I just don't think so. I tend to have a pretty good barometer on that. And like I said, the clothes that I wear fit differently when I'm 300 pounds. I can just tell. But whatever. I'm eyeballing it. So Boogie is looking really good, man. I'm super happy for him because I know, like, I've never in my life been as big as he was at his biggest, and I can only fucking imagine how miserable that must be. I know how miserable it is to be as big as I am right now. Somewhere in the zone of 300 pounds at 6'1". Miserable. It's miserable, man. It sucks. You don't sleep as well because you're snoring more because you got all that extra fucking weight and shit. Your back is just constantly under strain. Like yesterday, during the 12-hour show, we've got a couch in there, and it's not the most fucking comfortable couch in the world, but man, dude, I was dying sitting on that couch for 12 hours. All I wanted to do was lay on the fucking flat ground. My back hurts so fucking bad. And all that is, well, it's not all that is. I've got actual injuries to my back. But those injuries are exacerbated by the fact that I'm carrying around fucking 120, 150 pounds worth of extra fucking flab everywhere I go. It just sucks. So I can only imagine what it must have been like to be bigger, than that, like Boogie was. And I'm really happy for him. He looks really good, man. Like his skin looks better, even. He just looks healthier all the way around. So good on him. I mean, I've don't wish me too much goddamn luck, man. I've been battling this fucking weight problem since I was 13 or 14 years old, trying diets and failing and just losing against it over and over and over. So, oops, that's not the one I wanted to do. I said I missed a super chat. Check it out. Don't dehydrate yourself to lose water weight, Paul. I don't poke fun of you for how heavy you are. 250 pounds can be beastly or blubbery, for example. All right, Moppy Puppy. Okay. Whatever you say, boss. No, I'm not going to be dehydrating myself at all. I have actually considered weight loss surgery. I actually started the process back in California at one point. Um, but I just never, I don't know. It's such a drastic thing. And I was very, very close with somebody that had, well, fuck it. I had an ex girlfriend who was really big in high school who got the the surgery. Whoa, fuck. Dinor, could you please shut the fuck up? Thank you. Anyway, she got the surgery, and we dated after she'd had the surgery and stuff, and I saw how fucked up she was. Like, she did not take care of herself. So she threw up after almost every meal. She had horrible acid reflux problem from the constant throwing up. She was supposed to take iron supplements, and she didn't, so she was anemic all the time. She was just sickly because she didn't take care of herself. Like, when you get that surgery, you have to you have to fucking do exactly what the doctors tell you to do, or you just wither away. And I watched her fucking not take care of herself for years and years and years and years, and it was just awful.
Who's this?
My ex girlfriend,
Uh,
who had gastric bypass surgery, she was really big in high school, and then when she got out of high school, she had the gastric bypass shit, and we dated after that. So I lived with her for a couple of years and just watched her like waste away from not taking care of herself.
you know, the doctor told her.
I mean, you have to eat certain things. You have to take a ton of vitamin supplements because you don't have enough stomach to absorb the right amount of fucking vitamins. You can't eat enough food to get the right amount of vitamins.
Shit seemed to work really well for a
Boogie?
boogie guy.
Yeah. I mean, it works well for everybody so long as they do what the doctors tell them to do. You have to exercise too. You cannot just sit around. You have to fucking exercise. You have to fucking eat the things that you're supposed to eat. You have to take, especially iron. People that have that surgery have to get these big bottles of liquid iron and drink it, and it tastes like fucking ass. You got to do it twice a day. If you don't, you're anemic.
Yeah, I've had that anemia shit before from not having enough iron in
You
my
just feel
diet.
like shit. Your skin is all pale. You're tired all the time.
Yeah, that's the main thing that really sucks is you're just like constantly tired.
And, like, I tried during our relationship to make sure she took care of herself, but I felt like a parent, so I just stopped doing it. I was just like, you know what? You're a fucking grown up. You don't want to take the iron. She'd bitch about it. Be like, you need to take this. It fucking grows, man. It tastes gross. I even did the shit like, I'll do it with you. How's that? You do a shot, I'll do a shot. I don't give a fuck. Did that for a while, but still just bitched and bitched. And finally, I got to the point where I was like, all right, well, you're a fucking grown up, so you don't want to take your pills. I'm not gonna lord over you like I'm your daddy or some shit. And she just went on to be super unfucking healthy. Well, my girlfriend works at a coffee shop now and just brings home constant bags of coffee. So I guess I could do black coffee for sure. I actually like drinking it. So is she dead? No, she's not dead. Well, at least not to my knowledge. I'd probably hear about it if she passed. She lives in my hometown still, so
Peaches, Betty's dead.
Betty. Betty's dead, Peaches. Did you hear?
Didn't take her iron.
Wouldn't take that iron and just died of anemia. Well, if you're anemic, you get crazy shit too. You can get blood clots and fucking sores on your body due to improper circulation and shit. It's just fucking crazy, man.
Whoa, cats.
She never got the like sores and shit, but she's definitely at high risk for blood clots and all kinds of nasty shit. Could she mix the iron supplement with anything, or did she have to do a straight shot? She could mix it with whatever the fuck she wanted. It didn't help though. Like you gotta remember when you get gastric bypass, what's left of your stomach, it depends on the type of gastric bypass you get too. There's vertical sleeve gastrectomy where they basically just take your esophagus and they cut the sides of your stomach off and staple them. So you've just basically got a tube that starts with your mouth, goes down your esophagus into a tube that's left of your stomach. So you've got your stomach is just a tube, and then it goes directly into your
I
intestine.
caught a kitty.
Oh no! And then the type that she had, they didn't really do vertical sleeve back when she got it. She got it in the 90s, so it was actual gastric bypass where they take your stomach, they take 90% of it out. They leave basically a little larger than a walnut worth of stomach, absorbing as many calories from what you do eat. So when you drink, like drinking becomes a consideration at that point. Whereas most till that water's been processed down through. So I don't know, man. It's just one of those things. That's why I never got it done. People saw enough. It's a last resort for sure. Absolutely. I mean, like I said, nowadays they've got way better at doing these surgeries. The surgeries, she had a huge scar from about right below, like in between her tits, all the way down to her belly button. Was just a giant scar. Because back then they couldn't do it orthoscopically. They had cut you open, and it was a major fucking multi-hour surgery. Nowadays they do all of it with 3 or 4 little incisions. They do like an incision down here and one on the left and then one in the center, and they do it all orthoscopically. So it's way less invasive procedure now. Yeah, I've known several people. Like 2 of my aunts have had it, and both of them are thin now. 2 of my aunts on my mom's side of the family were both really big, and both of their sisters, both of them had gastric bypass shit, and they're both really thin now. So it works. Actually, one of my aunt has a son that's not too much older than me. He's about 40. I grew up around him, around my age. He was a really big dude too, bigger than me, and he had it done, and he's all thin now too. So I mean, I've been around people that have had it done and look real fucking good. Is that Squeaks in the background? Yeah, he's inside the house, standing at the door, going, "Ah, let me out!" Listen to him, man. It's like the fucking world is ending in there. Oh God! Are gastric bypass and liposuction the same thing? No, they're not the same thing. Liposuction is they take a fucking vacuum and cut a bunch of little incisions in you and literally suck all the fat out of you. That's liposuction. Gastric bypass is a surgery on your stomach to make it impossible for you to eat too much. Yeah. I'd like to just have my fat all moved to my ass so I can just have a big old fucking fruity Brazilian booty. Do you eat too much, Paul? Duh. Look at me. Obviously, I eat too much. I eat too much, and I eat too much of the wrong shit. Tell us about your first kiss, Paul. Okay. My first kiss was with my cousin. It was pretty hot. No, it was. It's actually like a second cousin by marriage or whatever the fuck, but whatever. We grew up together, so I considered her a cousin. I get made fun of by my family all the time for that shit. But it's the truth. Favorite Nirvana song? Lounge Act or Sliver? Pure Southerner. I was born and raised in California, man. What you talking about? What you talking about, boy? I'm a city slicker.
There's a bit of a southern mentality involved.
Yeah, well, there has to be. My parents are one generation from it, so.
Yeah, you ain't so far removed.
I'm 2 generations from dirty South. Parts of Cali is like the South? Yes, indeed. I'm from those parts of Cali.
Parts of everywhere is like the South.
That's true.
There's rednecks everywhere. Can't escape them.
Where in the USA would you prefer to live? Somewhere on the West Coast, probably. The Pacific Northwest was really, really beautiful, so I'd love to, I'd move back there in a heartbeat. Southern California, Central California coast. There's all kinds of, like, I'd live in San Francisco in a heartbeat. I'd live in LA. Probably not in LA, but I'd live near LA in a heartbeat. Being in a house with so many interesting characters, TJ and Scotty, what's the weirdest thing they've masturbated to that you know of? I've
Not jerking off in front of all.
yeah,
Strangely enough.
I have yet to walk in on TJ while he was jerking it to anything, and if I did, I probably wouldn't take the time to walk around and look and see what he was looking at. So,
Oh, jerking off,
Oh, waxing the porpoise, huh? Let's see what you're doing in here.
I don't know how that person's household is run, but
But yeah, L.A., San Diego, I'd live in. Although San Diego is, it gets pretty hot, especially inland. If you're not real near the fucking, it gets real hot down there. I mean, it gets hot in the fucking L.A. too. There are definitely places that, like, just for like climate, I'd rather live than L.A. But L.A. makes the most sense given my job. TJ's already open about the weird shit he jerks it to. Yeah, he does keep a porn vlog or some shit, doesn't he? Go look at that. Want to know what TJ's fucking jerking it to? Go look at his fucking Twitter porn blog or whatever the fuck. I think he's got one of them. He played the new God of War. No, and I won't, because it's not God of War. It's not a God of War game anymore. It's a third-person 3D action fucking thing. Like they've changed it totally. It doesn't even look like the same game. Now it looks like The Last of Us or something. It's like The Last of Us God of War. It used to be just this constant, like, non-stop bunch of battles and crazy arcade style action and stuff, and now you're wandering around looking for hidden things and fighting one or two enemies at a time. It's just like, fuck that shit, dude. I ain't interested. I've played that game. Meh. I've watched um, I've watched some people stream it. I watched a little bit of it a few days ago, and I'm not interested. It just looks shitty. And DFF, come to Chicago, please do it. You have a lot of fans here.
Chicago would be an interesting market that we've never done before. So
I mean, I think it makes total sense that, once again, a lot of this stuff is dependent on how well these meetups do. If the LA meetup is a total fucking flop, then there's a good chance we probably won't be doing any other meetups anytime soon. But if it goes off well, then there's a good chance that the big markets in the United States will get a DFF meetup. New York, Chicago, probably a southern meetup somewhere, maybe even two. I know Austin has been floated as a possibility at some point, and it definitely makes sense for us to possibly do another meetup here where we're based right now. A lot of people showed up for that the last time we did it.
definitely a better venue this time.
Oh, yeah, well, we've learned our lesson when it comes to shit like that.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
been a learning process, but I think we've
I mean, you got to understand that, like, doing live shows, touring and stuff, it's one of those things that's like it's an exclusive club, right? It's like audio engineering. We run into that all the time. The information about how to do it properly and all the things that you need to do, it's just not out there in a consumable form. There's a lot of bad advice out there that floats around. So, like, doing live shows and traveling with them, it's just not something that you can go and read a website and go like, okay, here's how you do this. You got to figure it out, because the people that do that, they're guarded with their secrets and shit. It's their industry. They want you to have to hire them, you know?
yeah they ain't looking to help you out.
So if you're like us and you can't really afford to hire a fucking manager or some shit to handle all the business of this, then you got to learn it yourself. And that means booking places that don't work sometimes and learning hard lessons about what you should and shouldn't agree to when you do these things.
It's all about trial and error.
Yep. But we've got a lot of these meetups under our belt. We've done a lot of them at a lot of different kinds of joints, and we have an idea now what it is we need to do. So, if this goes over well, then I'd say New York, Chicago, probably a foregone conclusion. A UK meetup, I'd say that's probably a good possibility too if these go over well.
Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely be looking to do more U.S. cities first, but
Of course.
I mean, there's not a whole lot of places we could probably do in Europe because a lot of places we don't have a huge fan base, but London definitely.
Yep. Thanks for what you do, Paul. Would you ever consider looking into Corpse Midget on DFF? No.
No,
But thanks for the
I
$5.
mean, like, how do you not know by now that that ain't what the show does? Like,
Yeah.
have you ever seen us fucking just watching dumb internet videos and making fun of the people on this show?
I mean, if we do that, they're people of notoriety,
Right.
like politicians and shit,
Politicians, actors, we don't
media personalities.
like. Guess what? Drunken peasants still exist. They're still making fun of that shit. We've moved past it, etc. It's like, come on.
I mean, the guy that left that super chat name was Lucian Hovadoc, so I'm thinking it was a troll. Hey, you little. Where'd he go? Piece of shit.
Hey, 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 back here.
Go. Where? How do you get over there? Oh. All right. Well, Chelsea said she let him run around out here the other day, and he came back. So
Well, alright then. I mean, that's what cats do, so.
this will be a good test.
Cat doesn't come back on us.
I mean, I guess it is on me. I'm the one that fucking let him out, but
No, he's not.
he booked. What am I supposed to do? Paul, have you heard about Deep Time? Really? Nope, I have not. I'll look into it. Do you ever get nervous or dizzy having TJ Orbit? I'm gonna notice it. Should have a weekly Howard Bloom segment. I think Howard Bloom has probably got things going on. We're not going to DFF Jordan Peterson. Just stop it.
BFF Jordan Peterson.
Just fucking stop it. Tumblr, 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 cats. Yeah, he ain't earned the frying at our hand. He ain't earned the deep fat frying at our hands.
Who, Jordan Peterson?
Yeah.
Jordan Peterson.
Give me this. Go get it.
Jordan Peterson.
Hugo and Jake are taking Peterson on now, too. Okay.
Who isn't at this point?
When was the last time I ripped butts? Ripped butts? I don't even know what you're fucking talking about, bro. Best meetup experience and worst. I don't know. I mean, they all have their ups and downs and shit. It's like the cat is back. Looks like the cat is back.
Got enough adventure for today.
Yeah. How was it over there, you little shit weasel?
Stop.
Yeah, quit being a dick.
I don't need your shit. Stupid.
What a douche. What a douche. You better not bolt back out here again.
Oh, hey, no, you. Thunder, 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 cats. Thunder, 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 cats. Fuck you. Thundercats are on the move. Thundercats are loose. Feel the magic, hear the roar. Thundercats are loose. Thunder, 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 thundercats.
Wow!
Thunder, 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 thundercats.
Wow! Man, that was a badass show.
Intro was super badass.
And Chitara was fucking hot.
Yeah.
Smoking!
You know that fucking inspired a generation of furries.
Oh yeah, dude, that show. Panthro.
Yeah, dude.
But Chitara was fucking dope, dude.
Even furries couldn't factor this new shit.
Yeah. I missed a super chat, somebody said, but I look and I didn't. Oh, maybe I did. For the past several years, I felt like such a burden on my housemates, even though I pull my weight. You ever feel this way with your housemates? I mean, I guess I'd feel that way if they came to me and they're like, "Hey, Paul, you're not pulling your weight."
You're not pulling your weight, Paul.
But I try and pick up after myself and contribute to the household the best I know how. You know?
Paul contributes. Everyone contributes.
That is a lot of weight to pull. You're right. You're right. You're right, you piece of shit. What do you want?
Did a fucking 12-hour show, so fuck.
The 12. Dude, after that show, my body was like done. I was in like my back was fucking aching, my head was just a fog, my whole fucking body felt awful, but my brain was just like lasted for like 2.5 hours after the show. My brain would just not stop. Just like, you're still in performance mode. Go, go, go. Went upstairs and tried to play a fucking video game, and I was like, I can't even focus. I couldn't focus enough to like play the game. So I came down here and I did a 30-minute Highdeology where I made two hot dogs and I scarfed them down and then passed the fuck out. What did I play? Steampunk. Or no, Frostpunk. I tried to play it. I didn't really play it.
Couldn't get into it.
Just couldn't pay attention to it.
I tried to play my stupid bubble pop game and couldn't even fucking the damn thing. It's like,
Yeah.
gave up. Just like, alright, I'm just gonna lay down and see what happens. Pretty much fucking. Usually, getting to sleep for me is like a fucking 45-minute to hour-long process that I dread every day. But after that, I pretty much just fucking collapsed into sleep. So
Yeah. I took 20 milligrams of melatonin right after the show, too. That helped, I'm sure. About an hour after you take that, if you're not tired, then you're probably not a human being. But I had that, like, dreamless sleep, man. Usually I dream about something and I just, can't remember it. But last night I don't even remember dreaming shit. I slept the sleep of the dead.
yeah, me too. Just blackness.
20 milligrams is a ton. I mean, they come in 10 milligram tablets, so I took two.
Yeah, that's not that much.
I mean, I don't know, different dosages, but I mean, it says on the fucking bottle take one or two, so I took two. I's the king of the zombies now. I's a zombie now. Love that Jeff got convinced he was a zombie. I don't even remembers my name. Saw a comment on that part of the stream, wherever the fucking Senex versus Cinnamon was in.
Yeah.
And there was some dude like, "Whoa, you guys need to chill out with the racist stuff. You still have black fans." And it's just like, were you listening to what we were talking about with that movie? Like how it was ridiculous that he wasn't the headliner, how he was the only thing that was interesting in the film, how it was shitty that Hollywood had to fill the movie with such bland white characters that did nothing to advance the plot just to justify having a really talented black dude carry the show that didn't even get top billing. Like I guess that person didn't listen to that part of it. They just heard us making fun of the way he talks. Love it.
Yeah, the whole takeaway from the movie was that, wow, racism really prevented this movie from being as good as it could have been.
Yeah.
Because here you have a guy who's obviously a very talented comedic actor
Who
who's
was
obviously the star.
buried under a ton of bland shit. The reason it sucked is probably because they got him so cheap. They underpaid the shit out of him. Couldn't afford to get any white actors that were worth a shit, so they just filled it with a bunch of nobodies. Bunch of
Originally,
assholes.
that role of the doctor that ran the island was supposed to go to Bela Lugosi, but he couldn't do it for whatever reason.
Probably took a look at the script and was like, nope,
Nah. So he
no
said
thanks.
no. Then they tried to get some other actor of note. I forget which one. And then finally they settled on whatever piece of shit guy that was.
Hmm. Well, didn't work. It didn't work. But yeah, Mantan Moreland was the name of the guy that played Jeff. The biggest talent on that set by a country mile. Probably got paid less than everybody else on that fucking film. Didn't get top billing. Didn't even get his face on the fucking promotional poster. The promotional poster shows the bland ass white Dr. Sangra and the bland ass white dude Bill, who add nothing, and then the chick who adds nothing. I don't know. Would you give Daniel Day Lewis 15 more years acting or bring back Heath Ledger? I'd give Daniel Day Lewis 15 more years acting. Heath Ledger was a talented dude, but just because he played the Joker really well doesn't make him the greatest talent on the planet. He was a good actor, and it sucks that he died as young as he did. But if you're talking about those two guys, I'd rather see fucking. I'd rather see what's his fucking name? Get the Daniel Day Lewis get the fucking work.
probably bring back Heath Ledger just because Daniel Day Lewis has chosen to retire.
Yeah.
So
Well, Heath Ledger
Heath
chose to
Ledger
die
didn't
too.
choose to be dead.
Yeah, he did.
Not really.
He did drugs that he knew had a good chance of ODing on. He knew what he was risking when he did his drugs. He
Yeah, that could be
chose.
true.
He chose poorly. Daniel Day Lewis, I'd rather subvert his will than resurrect a zombie. I think he's stupid for not wanting to work. He's an incredibly talented person. You know, he's already got the fucking dream career. You know, he's elevated himself to the point where it's like he can just like have his people read scripts for him and send him the ones that are only interesting, and then he can read them and do none of them if he wants. He can take a whole fucking 2 years off. That's why I hate, because I don't believe for a second that Daniel Day Lewis is retired. Now maybe I'll have to eat those words, but I've got a feeling 2 years from now we're gonna hear that he's looking for work again and that he's looking at scripts again and he's gonna do another movie. People like him can't not do what they do.
Well, he says he's interested in making shoes now, so
No, he isn't.
that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna be a shoemaker.
He's not gonna make a shoe. I'm just telling you, like he's not a shoemaker. He's not here to make shoes. Now he might fucking make shoes for another 6 years. I don't know. I'm just saying we haven't heard the last of fucking Daniel Day Lewis. He's not done acting. I don't buy it.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time he said he was retiring either. So.
Nope. Said he was retiring after The Master. And I think there was one other time too. He said it was going to be his last film. It might have been The Last of the Mohicans. He might have said after that, like, I'm not interested in doing any more film. That was like one of his first major roles. So
He once quit a production of I think it was Hamlet because he thought that like the ghost of his own father was like haunting the play.
really,
He quit literally mid performance.
wow. Well, I'm telling you, Shakespearean actors are filled to the brim with weird fucking superstition, and that's not a joke. Like Macbeth, that play is considered to be a cursed play, and doing it, like, people are edgy, like people that do nothing but Shakespearean acting and shit. They're edgy when they do Macbeth because it's thought to be a cursed play. Like, just speaking the words of it are thought to invite evil things into your life. And there's all kinds of little backstage shit, like never get on your knees before a show in costume. That's a Shakespearean thing. That's thought to bring bad luck to your performance and cause you to forget your lines and shit. Um, I don't know. I don't remember all of them.
I heard. Can I talk?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Who that?
Baby,
Guess what?
go to the gas station real quick.
Not you.
Yeah. I want you to show something possible.
Throne of Blood is a masterpiece. A masterpiece. On a throne made of skulls and a mountain of blood, I sat in a room of pain.
Not right now. You want to go to the
DFF is dangerous with New Orleans curses. Yeah. Whoa. Cough, cough. Have you ever seen the Tales from the Crypt Demon Night with Billy Zane in it? Cheesy but funny horror. Yeah, me and TJ watched that.
What was it?
Demon Night
Oh yeah.
pretty recently.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think we watched the whole thing though,
no, we might not have.
but we watched some of it, and it's fun.
Yeah, whatever.
All of Bordello with blood, strangely enough.
Yeah, that one I hadn't seen in way longer because it's a way worse film.
There was that one good line
Do you remember what it was? Something about a blowjob, wasn't it?
It was something about a blowjob.
Bordello of
Dennis
blood.
Miller should not be a leading man
No.
ever.
I think we actually stopped watching Demon Knight because we started talking about Bordello of Blood and you hadn't seen it.
That's right.
And so we were just like, fuck it, let's watch Bordello of Blood.
And we did.
And we did, yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's what that is, I guess. It's getting worse.
Thank you.
Whatever. It was kind of fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not the worst horror movie ever. By a long shot.
It had kind of a Tales from the Crypt vibe to it.
What's your favorite form of the Thing? When I was a kid, I remember being really scared by the dog scene. Where there's that scene where you hear the dog whining and it's like shaking. It's like, and then like spider legs come out of it. It's like, and the one where the head gets up and walks around too is pretty fucking awesome. I mean, that scene is just so good. The autopsy scene.
The thing that, the thing that really got to me, especially the first time I saw it. Well, honestly, there was two scenes in the thing that really, successfully jump scared me, and I'm really hard to jump scare. And it was the scene where he was trying to defibrillate, and his head, and the fucking chest cavity just opens up like a giant mouth. And
Yeah.
bites his hands off, and then all this shit shoots up at the ceiling. That was freaky. And then there was the other scene where they were doing the blood tests, and they're kind of setting it up where you think there's going to be this long, tense kind of thing as they test everyone's blood, but then the first blood they test pretty much
Is
or the second one, and they're talking about something else, and they're throwing suspicion at this one guy, blah, 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 and then they do it, and then and then oh shit, it's actually this guy, and then he
it's so fucking. I love that movie, dude. I want to watch that movie tonight. Maybe it's been a while since I've seen it. So
You ever seen the '50s one?
yeah, it's actually really good.
I've heard it's really good. I've never seen
It's
it.
totally different.
Yeah, I mean it's not.
It's no. I mean, you can't expect the same movie, but yeah, no, it's actually really good.
It's called The Thing from Outer Space or something like that.
Yeah.
No, it's totally different. It has a more consistent creature.
Yeah, I don't know. It's good. The 1950s one is closer to the books kind of style, I would imagine. Fucking sun, man. What's happening to the dog? Stupid fucking sun.
Yeah, I always say it's just
Hashtag nuke the sun.
the sun already is a giant nuclear reaction, so if anything, we need to de-nuke the sun.
Wah! I just turned into fucking Waluigi. Wah! Wah! Okay. Alright, we got it. That's nice. 96 degrees in the shade. Wow, I can actually read the chat again. And I don't feel like I'm like a sausage slowly being grilled. What an upgrade. I've seen the remake. It's horrible. How would you react if a Superman-like being appeared on Earth? How would I react personally to this? Depends on that Superman-like being's temperament, doesn't it? Like, if he showed up and was like, I am your new ruler, I'd probably be scared shitless. But if he showed up and he was like, I'm just Superman and I'm gonna protect everybody, I'd be like, okay, this is pretty cool. There's a real Superman, all right. I'm fine with that. It ain't easy to be white. It ain't easy to be brown. So much pressure to be bright. And I got kids all over town. Anybody? Anybody? Anybody get the reference? I'll see. I'll see if anybody gets it. See if there's anybody in here that has a good sense of humor and good taste in TV shows. Nope. Nope. Nobody, huh? Nobody. Damn. No Arrested Development watchers, dude? No Arrested Development watchers. Damn. Gob Bluth. There you go, baby. It ain't easy being white. It ain't easy being brown. So much pressure to be bright. I got kids all over town. There's literally dozens of us. Never nudes. Oh man, dude, that show is fucking brilliant. That's Gob has that. Remember, there's a few episodes where Gob Bluth has that black puppet that he's working into his act. I can't remember what his name is, Winston or something, I think. And it's just like horribly offensive, but he doesn't realize it. You know what I mean? He thinks he's actually like bridging the gap between the races, but he's really just pointing out how racist he is. I fucking love that show, man. Oh my god. Yeah, Arrested Development. If you haven't seen it, I can't recommend it highly enough. Although I will tell you this, don't bother watching the last season because Netflix tried to bring the show back. I was super stoked because I was like, "Oh man, it's going to be awesome because they're on Netflix so they can cuss and, be more adult," and it just didn't turn out that way. The I think it's the 4th season or the 5th season, whatever the last season of Arrested Development is. The Netflix exclusive season is terrible. Terrible, 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 terrible. They're about to release 5. Okay, well, maybe 5 will be good, but the 4th season is awful. Really bad. Well, it's easier being white, though. That's the point of the song. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I'm wasting my time there. I want TJ to sit on Paul's face and poop on him. Okay. Go fetch. What a cuckold. What a total cuck. What a total cuck. What a total cuck. What a total cuck. He's a cuck. He's a cuck. A total cuck. He's a total cuck. He's a total cuck. Likes to watch his wife give black guys suck. He's a cuck. He's a cuck. A total cuck. Who's a cuck? I don't know. I think I was the cuck. I don't know. Somebody called me a cuck, I think. Very rhythm. Yeah. Much rhythm. Quality song. The cuckold anthem, yeah. I mean, I already wrote another cuckold anthem too, based on the cuck tent, dude. Well, I didn't write it. I don't have the whole song, but I have like one line from it. It's like, I never thought that I could feel so good watching my wife suck another man's wood from the cuck tent. Oh, I'm up in the cuck tent. I never thought it would be so great as I watched a black guy masturbate on my wife from the cuck tent. Oh, baby from the cook tent. Hey, I mean, the fetch is not a whole lot to watch, but I can show it to you if you want. Here's what the fetch looks like. Whoa. Come on. Quick, 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 quick. Ah, you dropped it. Bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it. All right, hand it here. Hand it to me. Ready, set, go. Come on. Bring it, bring it, bring it. Quick, 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 quick. Hand it to me. Good boy. Ready, go. Go, Dino, go. There we go, dude. There's the fetch. Do I like Joy Division? I do. Jeff from last show's movies sounded like Pimp Monk. Jeff? Oh, he kind of did, yeah. He'd had the Pimp Monk style of talking, yeah. I saw some zombies down in the basement. I surely did. I sure did. I got a date with a dream. Ever thought about doing a what the fuck happened to Terminator? No. Hey. Looking pretty tired there. Drop it. Looking pretty tired there. Sure you want to keep going? You got the stuff? Come on. I want to see some hustle here. I want to see some hustle. Drop it. Drop it. Go. Come on. Come on. Bring it to me. Hand it to me and drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Good boy. Go. Starting to get tired. He's bringing it to me, but he like doesn't want to drop it because he's like, ah, don't throw it. I don't care. Bring it. Hey, Dinor, come on. Bring it. Quick. Want to take a break? No? You ready to go again? Go. All right. Now you're done, huh? Okay. I figured. I love Tropico 3. It's like one of my favorite games, man. That would be a good one to stream, honestly. Maybe I'll do some Tropico streams one of these days because I fucking love Tropico, man. Tropico 3. I never played the first or second one, but 3, I own 4. I've never played it, but 3, I was obsessed with Tropico 3 for a while. Presidente, many of the factions are conspiring against you. Oh, what are we going to do? Fucking love that. I love leaving the soundtrack for Tropico on too. It's immersive to listen. You know, I don't usually listen to that kind of like salsa type music and shit, but I mean, you can stop playing Civ any turn you want. You know, that's the problem with Civ is that it's the kind of game where you're just like, man, I just want to see 1 or 2 more turns. I just want to like that's all. And then I'll quit for the day and I'll come back to this tomorrow. And then you get to that 1 or 2 more turns and you're like, fuck, man, I just want to see like 1 more turn. I mean, like the game even knows it. Like when you quit Civ, it's like, are you sure you want to quit? Yes. And then just 1 more turn. So they even know. Dude, I streamed like a 12-hour session of Civ like a couple of weeks ago. My day off that week, I just spent playing Civ on my fucking Twitch channel. Just ridiculous. What's my Twitch? It's Paul's_ego on Twitch. Go, yeah. I don't really like advertise it over here much because I figure that people that want to watch me on Twitch probably already are there. But yeah, I do some. I mean, they're very low key video game streams. They're not like, I'm not trying to get partnered over there. I'm not trying to be like, hey guys, what's up? 100% energy all the fucking time. Fart. All right, we're back. Sorry, got a phone call. What are you gonna do? Got a phone call from an important person. If it's just a normal phone call, I just decline it. Whoa, 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 hey. They just left to go to get TJ cigarettes, and they're back now, and you gotta bark like that? What's the thought process behind that, man?
Hello.
What's the thinking process behind that shit, Dinor? They just fucking got back. They just left. You see that car pull up a million times. You know the people in it. Why?
Because you gotta know. It's for your benefit, Paul.
I'm gonna see if Ashley will help me set up that fucking VR tonight. If you want to try it out at some point,
Yeah, well, just whenever you're done with it.
I'll let you know. I don't know that I'm gonna do much with it. Like the first time, I'm just gonna play with it a little bit, and I've got a couple of games that support VR shit. So
I mean, I'd be interested to try it out, but
well,
use it when you're using it. Yeah, I'm definitely interested to try it out because I ain't really done it.
me too. Closest thing I've done is that shit that fucking Dusty brought. Yeah, those goggles you put your phone into that kind of simulated. It is weird.
It was fun.
I mean, it was interesting just to see that rudimentary version of it. Like I'm really interested to see, because like some of the games I have are really immersive already that support it. Like that Subnautica game where you're underwater and submarines and the giant monsters come out of the fucking blackness and shit. That game's a VR game, so it's like, oh shit.
Fucking much you get into it, even just on a screen, I can't even imagine.
No, I know. Like, and then like the other game that I've got with it is probably less pulse pounding than that, but it's like a space sim game where you know, that's where I use my flight stick and throttle and shit for.
That's cool.
And that one's like, you know, you can look around your cockpit, you can look at the fucking shit, you can target by looking at things, and I don't know, it's gonna be pretty awesome.
Feel free to have some of your chips if you want.
Oh, sweet.
They're salt and
Prangles. Alien Isolation VR. I don't even think it does it support VR. If it does, that would be like my ultimate nightmare.
yeah, like Paul was like shitting his pants just playing it on a fucking screen, so.
Yep.
Did they say the new Silent Hill is like VR support or whatever?
Yeah, that one that were you watching it with Chelsea was watching it down here on this one day.
Fucking,
That where you're looping through that house endlessly.
yeah.
I think that one is VR capable. That one would be pretty unsettling to play in VR.
The twist is that you're fucking Norman Reedus or whatever the fuck
Yeah.
from Walking Dead and shit.
Yeah, and what was the movie he was in? I know him better from that. Fucking that Boondock Saints. Is Norman Reedus in Boondock Saints? He's one of the brothers. I think he is. I'm 99% sure. I'm sure Chad will be like, no.
I don't know, but he's pretty good.
He is. Okay, good. I got the right.
He's a good actor.
Somebody said he is, and then followed by somebody all caps, no.
No. Yes. No.
He is the shining and the light.
Without whom I cannot see.
Norman Reedus has a fetus. Oh shit. VR is made for horror. Well, I'm not going to be using it for horror. I'm going to be using it to feel like I'm a cool ass space trucker flying a fucking futuristic space plane through, the galaxies and delivering cargo, smuggling cargo past the guards and shit. That's what I'm going to use it for.
I'm a space trucker, motherfucker.
I've got a I've got this program called Voice Attack that I bought a while back,
Uh-huh.
and this dude makes voice packs for that game that I'm talking about, the space trucker game. So I can be like on Star Trek when they're like, computer, half impulse. I can do that shit. I can be like half impulse, and she'll be like, yes, commander, and the ship will respond.
Cool.
I can tell her like silent running, going dark, Zzz, everything shuts down.
Evasive maneuvers.
Yeah, I can do all that shit.
Delta.
Power to weapons, power to shields.
Red alert.
Yep, I can do all that shit.
That's awesome.
Yep. Oh, here it gets even better. There's a plugin for the game. I can pull a chat window into the game as a heads-up display in my thing. So when I look at it, it pops out of my thing and it's the chat. So I can read chat in VR while I'm flying around in space. And I can make playlists in VLC and tell my AI to play something. And as long as I've got the playlist separated out and the voice commands right, I can be like, play something from the 80s. And I've got a whole 80s playlist that it just shuffles and plays it in the game. Dope as fuck. What's this voice pack thing called? You need two things. There's a program called Voice Attack that's I think it's $20 or something. And then you have to buy the actual voice pack from the dude that makes them for this game. And they're about $15 a piece. So for $35 or something you get, and Voice Attack is usable across a bunch of different games. So yeah, I'm going to be space trucking around, ordering my AI to do everything for me. Voice Attack, oh, it's way cheaper. Yeah, I bought it years ago, so I've got like an old legacy version of Voice Attack, and I think it was like $20 when I got it. But yeah, it's only $11.99 now. That ain't bad at all. Thanks, Coolman. Yeah, HCS voice packs. That's the place. Yeah, for the voice packs. I mean, you just search for Voice Attack to buy it too. But it's really, I mean, I don't know. I don't have it all set up yet. Last night, one of the things I did to wind down was I trained, because for Voice Attack to work really well, you have to train Windows speech recognition program, which means you have to do multiple read-throughs of these little scripts that they give you to train your Windows shit. So I did 30 minutes worth of vocal training shit last night before I went to bed. Just training my computer to recognize my vocal inflections and shit. And then Voice Attack uses that and is the interface between that and the actual command in a game. So it recognizes what you say, and then it does something in the game based on what you've set up for it. Yeah, you can get Voice Attack on Steam now too. That's true. I bought it like third party. Hey, baby. What up?
I have exciting.
You do? Is it news you can tell to 236 dorks on the internet?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's not anything like
It's not private news?
No. So one of my friends who I met on the internet like 4 years ago or so,
Uh-huh.
she was driving from like Houston to like Virginia or some shit, and she drove through here and stopped by, and I got to hang out with her and see her for the first time on my break.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I got a picture with her too.
Neat.
Hi, baby. So I was like all happy to like finally meet her.
That's cool,
And
man.
then also, as I was leaving, the last people that I took their order for in the drive-thru, they said that I was like really like happy and cheerful, and they were like, "Wow, you should be like a motivational speaker or something." I was like, oh, okay.
Sweet. So you got compliments and you got to meet a friend.
Yeah.
You had a good day.
And I got a giant frappuccino. I'm doubling down on these.
Are you now?
Yeah, until Wednesday arrived. Oh my god.
God, look at the size of that moose. Holy fuck.
Hi! It's been a while.
Holy fuck. Oh my god.
Jean-Luc! Jean-Luc, come here.
Sorry.
It's alright. Here, just let him go. I'll weave it through underneath.
Okay.
And then you can take it back here. There you go. You good, buddy.
I'm so excited.
Your friend's here, baby.
Oh, is it grooming time for these
Yeah.
beasts?
I don't have a Dremel, but I can clip Jean-Luc's nails with the nail clippers, but I can't do Jerome's. So.
Yeah.
It's actually a good time because they got rained all on, so.
Dude, he's a moose, man. Oh, thanks for pissing all over our deck, dude.
And his own leash.
And your own leash. That was a smooth move.
Go inside. There you go.
Oh, UG. Oh, Ujiro.
I'm gonna go be a nerd.
Okay.
And
Will you help me later set up my VR shit?
yes.
Okay, thank you.
See
Go.
how easy that was.
Go chill out. You had a long day.
I love you.
I love you. Go be a dork. It's like, oh, Jean-Luc Picard. Get in there. Crazy fuck. Whoa, 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 whoa.
This is why I said I needed to bring him instead of Chelsea picking him up because he's a fucking monster.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Run around, you crazy fuck.
And we have to keep him in our tiny little house.
Ooh. I am going to move inside so they have room to maneuver for the grooming. Oh, my phone's about to die anyway, so I'll probably just end this shit. I don't know why I'm here. Okay. Oh, I got it. Thank you. You got it. All right, we're good. Going inside. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did I step on a tail?
Oh my fucking god.
Oops.
Alright.
Here, let me get the door for you.
Oh, thanks, baby.
Excuse me, Taylor.
Here.
He got stuck behind that and was just back in his ass.
All right. All right, I'm ending this. Goodbye.